Put a 1 in the chat if you can hear me. Put a 2 in the chat if you can hear me, please.
Put it on the floor, bitch.
Put a 1 in the chat if you can hear me right now, because my broadcast said it just got...
What's the #1 secret to making a hit song? Well, I'll tell you right now, it's not fancy studio equipment. It's not special mixing and...
You got my number, text me. Saeed Canada. What's up, bro?
Put that shit on the floor then. Y'all bitches like to talk. Keep that shit on the floor then. All this imaginary smoke, all this he say, she say, you feel me? Let me know.
Just let me know. Just let me know.
Just let me know. Put it on the floor, bitch.
It's a purpose to the madness of the ratchetness. Anybody that know me, know I don't do nothing for fame or clout. Anybody that truly knows me, all the spectators, they detect. You know what I'm saying? If you truly my friend, pick up the phone and call me, bro. Don't wait till I get on live and try to stop me from being who, me? What's stopping you from being you? So call me, because that last message I sent you warrants a phone call, bruh. Saeed Canada. Somebody tag at Saeed Canada. Anyways, so basically, I don't know if y'all can hear me. Hopefully y'all can. I'm going to go ahead and just put it on the floor anyway. It don't matter. God hears me. Ratchetness. Okay? The topic is ratchetness. That's why I played the song. I go to FAU. My professors do it all the time. We got to sit in there and listen to Drake, Tupac, Andre 3000. I mean, it goes on and on and on. It's a demonstration. So for my educated, knowledgeable people, know that grown-ups, we can learn a different way. Even children. I'm going to keep it all the way real, because a lot of these children are exposed to more than what we think, especially when, you know, we in and out the household and stuff. So with that being said, I have a CDA, okay? That means I can go to any daycare, any school, and be a teacher. That means I can go and visit my old schools or new schools and do a demonstration, because I can relate to children. You know, it's funny how people be like, oh, you doing this? You listening to that? You listening to Cardi? You listening to Glorilla? You talk about God? You listening to Sexy Red? You listening to Whoop the Whoop Whoop? First of all, I don't listen to that shit every single day. I can't. Anybody that knows me knows, for the most part, the person that I listen to every day is Dr. Miles Monroe. His name is Dr. MYLES MONROE or MUNROE. Matter of fact, Saeed Canada, the one that's texting me while I'm on the video, is the one that introduced me to him. I'm talking about his videos on YouTube. He's a very, very knowledgeable, wise, intelligent, gifted man of God. Okay? So shout out to you, Saeed, for introducing me to some real knowledge. Now, some of us older people criticize young people. I'm not saying advise or guide. I'm talking about criticize. But in the closet, snorting powder. Don't play with me. I've been around these children since I was a child. I was responsible for children when I was just a child myself. I'm talking about a legitimate business where children needed to have optimal care, okay? From open to closed. And not even that, I had to even carry myself a certain way in the community. Now, I'm not going to say I was perfect. You know what I'm saying? But still, I had to carry myself a certain way in the community. Like, I couldn't really step all the way to the left or all the way to the right. You know what I'm saying? Because when you do that, you lose the ability to have a common ground with the youth. My daughter, for instance, She goes to middle school. And she's been exposed to so much stuff in the public school system that I would be a damn fool not to think that she didn't know about, what is it? My coochie pink and my booty hole brown. Okay? Because her mama knows about it too. Matter of fact, the children are who influence the music. So we're going to break it all the way down because I'm a Grammy contender and I ain't become a Grammy contender for no reason. Okay? And I'm educated too. And I'm dedicated. So, you know, speaking of my friend Saeed, we used to have conversations about me entering into the music industry, being an artist. But, you know, a lot of people in Kentucky didn't know my lifestyle before I moved to Kentucky. They only knew me as a Lexingtonian, which rightfully so. I spent a lot of time in Lexington, but I had a upbringing and a certain culture before I moved to Lexington. Okay, I've seen a lot, you know, living in Florida, especially being born and raised and growing up in Florida. You see a lot. I mean, hell, when I was coming up, we was listening to 2 Live Crew. Straight out the airwaves. You know what I'm saying? And people talk about secular music being the devil music, but it can be. And some of church music is devil music because it was made in debauchery. We're going to keep it real. My profile say realist. And I live up to it. Because God makes me live up to it. I'm not going to be in a fantasy listening to NWA in the background coming out here talking about Hail Mary. You know what I'm saying? Holy Mary. No, we're not living in Holy Mary time. We are living in the peak of ratchetness. That's where we at. And guess who put these people in position? The 1%ers in position and the children. They put these people in position. I am a bridge gapper. Okay? I've helped the community as far as nurturing children. Okay? I am amongst my peers are of the new generation. You should see the students that I go to school with. They're like walking AIs. You know what I'm saying? I mean, they're literally like bots, and that's no disrespect because their intellect is on a whole nother level. Their intellect is in space. You know what I'm saying? They have, as far as intellect, they have passed us up because they're so technical, like a computer. They grew up on a computer. You know what I'm saying? I grew up with the computer, if that makes sense. I'm a millennial. So ain't nothing new under the sun. Okay, like I said, I grew up once again in a low vibrational, high vibrational ratchetness by listening to Uncle Luke, by listening to 2 Live Crew, by listening to Trina, by listening to who else? I mean, the list goes on and on and on. Plies, I mean, ratchetness. And that's, I didn't coin that. You know what I'm saying? It was coined already. So I didn't make this world. I just live in it. I'm in the world, but I'm not of the world. That's the difference. And I'm not blind, and I'm not delusional, and I'm not crazy, and I'm not this, and I'm not that. I'm not whatever you think I am. I'm not that. I am what I am. Okay? And who I am. So, when I was young, probably, 3, 4 years old, it was in the airwaves. Okay? The devil is in the airwaves. You get it? Airwaves. The devil. Satan. I mean, the music, Lucifer. He was a musical angel. Okay? Well, newsflash. That ain't me. All right? If I wanted to be a Grammy winner, I could have been a Grammy winner already. If I wanted to be an Oscar winner, I could have already had that. What's the other one? I mean, it goes on and on and on, okay? I don't want to be of that world. I don't. I want to be in the kingdom, okay? And being in the kingdom requires telling the truth. and ratchetness is at an all-time high. So whether I'm talking about, whether I'm playing Glorilla or whatever, like, I'm not gonna lie, like sometimes I might play Fuck My Baby Daddy, Sexy Red. You know what I'm saying? I might be going through an emotion. And because, so I don't go all the way in on that emotion, I'll just listen to it, process my emotions, and get it out the way. And I might not listen to Sexy Red for another month or week or 2 weeks when I'm on my run or something like that. But ain't nobody trying to be the queen of ratchetness, okay? I don't claim ratchetness. Ratchetness is within me. I don't claim to be intellectual. Intellect is within me. I don't claim to be God. No, God is in me. So I'm not going to be fooled by thinking that if I don't address this music and if I don't, you know, break it down and help these children process what they're listening to, then I could never relate to them. How could I help them? How could I teach them when I think I'm better than them? When knowing good and damn well, when I was 4, 5 years old, I was walking down the street to my 1 and 1. We having some fun in the bedroom all day and all of the night. Okay? My experiences, my environment, you know, maybe in some miraculous way, I chose my parents. But at the end of the day, once I came out of my mama's womb and I was conceived with the help of my daddy's sperm, I was in the culture, baby. I was in the culture. I went to a public school. I grew up in the hood. Yes, I grew up in the projects. I was the child that was, you know, on Ghostface Killer video when the child was going to the next door neighbor, asking for some rice, asking for some mayonnaise, asking for some eggs. I was that child. I was that child. I was that child that used to play nigga knock, okay? I was that child that used to jump on top of the buildings and get on top of the buildings and jump off. I was that type of child. I was that type of child. That was my environment. Am I that same child? No. I'm a grown-ass woman. So I talk about things in a grown-ass way. My own special way. And I dare anybody who try to stop me, because if you're trying to stop me, who's trying to stop you? So my whole thing is, don't get it twisted. Yeah, I talk about God. I talk about God every day. I read the Bible every single day with my husband or, you know, with my husband. You feel me? But I have a relationship with the Most High. I have a relationship with the Most High with my marriage. I submit to my husband and my husband submits to the Most High. I had a relationship with the Most High before I got married, okay? Now, I wasn't all the way virtuous, you know what I'm saying? But when I was virtuous is when I got married. I was able. That's the only thing virtuous means, is to be able and willing, okay? So I was willing and able to say yes. I was willing and able to commit. I was willing and able to go through the ups and downs of what it takes to be in a relationship. But what I'm not going to do is act like I'm too good or I don't know what is going on out here. You know what I'm saying? The music that we're listening to is a reflection of what's going on in our neighborhoods. We're going to keep it real. All the ratchet rappers is, you know, especially particularly the female rappers, you know, they going harder than the niggas. I'm just saying. I'm going to keep it real. That's what y'all call it. You feel me? Amongst my peers at school, we don't talk to each other like that. My family and stuff, we don't talk to each other like that. But in the hood, in the so-called ratchet community, that's how we talk to one another. So it's at the schools, it's in the community, it's behind the church buildings, it's everywhere. So who are you guys to judge these children for what they listen to when y'all the ones that subjected them to it? You think that just because you don't drink no more, or just because you ain't listening to NWA no more, that when you was listening to it, it permeated, it affected these children in a way that we got Sexy Red now? We got Glorilla, we got Cardi, we got Hot, we got all the ratchetness. It's a product of our environment. It's a reflection. Okay? But what I can say is, son, if you hear Sexy Red, you know what I'm saying? You might be too young to understand and process what mama's saying. But you have a beautiful black queen mom who wakes up every day, fix your breakfast, make sure you brush your teeth, wash your face, make sure you take a bath, make sure you do your best in school, make sure you know that there is bad things in this world. And there's good things in the world. See, God made evil for the wicked and wicked for the evil. So we're not going to play like, Samira's got on Gorilla on her channel. She'll be talking about God tomorrow. Hell yeah. And I'll be going to school amongst my peers where they listening to Sexy Red, where they listening to all type of stuff. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, come on now. Let's keep it real. Let's keep it real. So let's process our emotions and say, why is there a Sexy Red? What did I do to contribute? Why is Sexy Red talking about my booty holes brown? Why? Why? Don't just say, because when you point the finger, you got 3 more fingers pointing back at you. I want my children to know you might run into a Sexy Red, bro. But keep your essence. Protect your temple. Know who you are. You might run into some ratchet shit. You know what I'm saying? That's cool. Your wife might be a little ratchet. But what else is she? Is she educated? Is she wise? Is she virtuous? Is she loving? Is she loyal? Is she respectful? What about all the other qualities? Oh, I guess those don't matter. What about the fact that I could go to any school right now and talk to the children and uplift the children? What about I've already done that? I've been doing that. I've uplifted other people's children. So ain't nobody gonna tell me who I am and where I'm going and when I'm gonna get there. What you need to be doing is worried about what are your children into? Who are you loyal to? Who are you? What is your purpose? Where are you going? Where will you be in the next 10 years? Because some of y'all are too fucking worried about other people's business and ain't focused on yours enough to know what the hell is going on with your own children and what they listening to and what they being exposed to and what they watching and who they looked up to and who they working for. Okay? But for me and my house, we will serve the Lord. And in serving the Lord, we will know what the hell is going on in this world. Sure. We will talk about what the hell is going on in the world. The good, bad, the ugly, the evil, and the good, and the God. We're going to talk about all of it. Because guess what? When they go to school, they're going to be talking about it. When they go outside, they're going to be talking about it. They're going to be singing it. They're going to be shaking it and twerking and all that. So, no, I'm not a one-dimensional person. And if anybody on here who's been labeled as ratchet, you know what I'm saying? Somebody call you ratchet, say good. But that ain't the only thing I am. Now, what are you? Ratchetness, my portion of ratchetness helped me become classy. Hell, what would I have? How would I get the nickname of being classy if I was never once ratchet? Biggie said he went from ashy to classy. Shit, I think I did too. So can't nobody tell me about me, boo. Can't nobody tell me about my children. My children make straight A's. My children are at the top of their class. You're going to neglect all that and reduce me down to a motherfucking Sexy Red? And you've been in my life for how long? This goes for anybody. You don't know me if you're still investigating me and questioning me and asking me, how can I talk about God this day? And how can I spit bars that day? And how can I twerk on this day? And how can I go to school on that day? Meanwhile, who's watching your children while you watching me? Because guess what? My baby's right here listening to every word I say. And that ain't just when I come on here. I'm lecturing. I'm preaching. I'm walking it how I talk it every single day. And yes, I'm still that little girl that grew up in Tallahassee, Florida, singing 1 and 1. We having some fun in the bedroom all day and all of the night. And guess what? It benefits my husband. He loves it because I walk the walk on that too. I ain't got to sing you, boo. So I'm going to go ahead and get off here because I'm in full-fledged ratchet mode and I need to calm down and get in peace mode. But for anybody who keep questioning who the hell I am, keep watching and you will find out. Until then, optimal health is wealth. I'm out of here with my ratchet ass. Okay? Yeah, tomorrow I'll probably be in the Word all day. Okay? Thank you, and I'll talk to y'all later. Love y'all.
Peace.
Peace. Oh, go ahead and say your thing, boo. Do your thing.
Oh.
Do your thing. Come on.
Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget.